Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Two more things from Rike. I'm not sure which order I scheduled it in, but scheduled these videos in as far as the Rike stuff. But the first, the first unboxing I did here recently with Rike, it was absolutely insane. These actually, if I'm like reading the outside of the boxes, they sound pretty cool. So I can't wait to see. It's always interesting to see what Rike's doing because they just do a lot of weird stuff, a lot of epic stuff. Thanks so much to Rike for sending these in. I will put the appropriate links down in the description. I don't know when these will be available. I'm going into this unboxing blind, but your best bet is using those links. It may be that they're there or maybe that they're not there yet, but those are the links. So thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Okay, so there's two here. That doesn't say anything. Rike Viper 3 dark gray titanium bowler M398, and then this one also this one also says plain. Let's open the plain one first. M398 though being one of the elements there that I thought was pretty cool. These also feel like they're pretty big. Rike doesn't typically work with M398s, but they clearly did this time. So let's see what we've got. Okay, is this the one? I remember seeing a picture of this. I think perhaps. So we have, look at the interesting pivot there. What on earth? Did this come with a tool? No. There's nothing else in this pouch. Okay, but no, it's not an integral. It's seam construction. It's a hex. That's why. No big deal. It is a regular hex head. In fact, I bet, not that this is what you should use, but T25 will actually work. No, I'm sorry. That is a T30. And actually, you know what? Now looking at it, it actually does appear to be a Torx. Yeah, you can see those curved in spots there. So that's just a big freaking T30 pivot. I think that's the first time I've ever pulled that T30 bit out of there. All right, ball bearing milled titanium pocket clip. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Very cool little guard here. Almost having that, look at the grind. So hollow swedge, hollow grind all the way out, M398, very thin behind the edge, and then the flat runs out to the tip. This is interesting. I have only ever seen this ground this way, and I'm sure there are actually historical blades that are ground this way. But I remember as a kid watching Dragon Ball Z, where we get to see Trunks for the first time. Do you remember watching that on Toonami, watching over and over and over again, the freaking Frieza saga, and you get to the end where you're like, yeah, tomorrow's a new episode, and they start it over, and you gotta watch him fight Raditz again. Damn it! I've seen him kill Raditz 18 times. Come on with it already. Right? Anyways, you get to see Trunks, and he finally pulls his sword out. His sword is ground that way at the tip. It's wild. I remember seeing that and thinking that's really, really cool. I've never actually seen a pocket knife ground that way. I like that. So Rike Viper 8. Very cool. All right, number 40 there. Action, very, very smooth. Ouch. Keep your fingers off of the frame lock. Can you deploy it with this? I mean, yeah, it's not super convenient. This is not sharp, and for good reason. It's sticking out of the frame, right? You don't want this part sharp. So that's why that is that way. Very cool though. Let's see how this other one looks. So this one is dark, probably black or smoky gray. And I don't know, it says dark gray titanium. So this is probably like an acid wash or PVD. It's not going to be DLC. So yeah, okay, so we have the dark gray and the gold here. Get this guy out so we can take a look. And same thing, obviously, T30 pivot. Let's get rid of some of that, or all of that oil. You have to keep your fingers off of the off of the lock bar. So the blade is actually the same between these two, and it's only the frame of these that is different. A little highlighted area there with the pivot. I do like this though. I like this sort of, it's not the same thing as an Italian swing guard, but I do like pocket knives with guards on them. Whether the guard is created by, the flipper tab, or the guard like on a classic Italian swing guard is actually the guard which is mashed against the side and comes up as you deploy it. I just think pocket knives with guards look cool, even if they do hinder the user more so than actually create utility. I think the reason for a guard historically is for when you're like knife fighting, so you can parry, which is an absurd thing to think about. Can you imagine? Like you win because you actually managed to guard. I'm sure there's a bunch of different reasons. Protecting your hands in general doesn't have to be a parry, right? But hand or finger protection, right, during a sort of encounter like that, which is that is an insane thing to think about. So absolutely wild. But I do like how these look. I think they're super cool. I think what we should do is weigh them and measure them. Now, you got to be kidding me here. I just used that godforsaken scale. There it is. God, that thing is... I should, like, put, like, neon or fluorescent tape all over this thing so I can see it. It's, like, the exact color of everything around it. So the weight, 4.1 ounces. Not bad at all. I don't know why. I'm going to check and see if there's a variation there. No, there is not. 4.1 ounces. And your actual measurements here. Overall length, I'm going to say that's 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter inches, so beyond full size. About 3.55 inches for the blade length. 3.35 inches for the cutting edge. So absolutely a good sized knife. The only thing that seems slightly out of place here, and like I know people are going to say it and I agree with you, the hex around the pivot is slightly odd. It just gives it, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it really matches the theme. I mean, it's really cool that it's a T30. I'm just not really sure how I feel about like the nut pivot, right? I mean, there's no reason to actually try and turn this. Remember when ZT's done that multiple times. Like, ew. At least they gave us the Torx deal in there. I do like the seam construction. I'm not the biggest fan of the ball bearing clips unless the ball bearing's really, really big, like on what Microtech has been doing here recently. But still a very interesting design, and I love the blade grind. That's going to be it today until we do the final review, which you will absolutely see a few weeks down the road from now. In the meantime, I will have these linked in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.